Hey everyone, this is MFT Raw. Welcome to the channel, and this video is going to be my thoughts on the news about the forthcoming announcement from Sony on the 19th of November. They're said to be releasing a new full frame camera. There's also talk that they're going to be releasing a new super fast zoom lens, and I want to start with the zoom lens because for me, that's the most important part. I mean, cameras come and go, but lenses are forever. This is tipped to be a 24-70 f2. If Sony can pull off a 24-70 f2 and it not weigh like 2.5 kilograms, or it's not ridiculously large and not very practical, then they can take my money. I will migrate, or I will get myself an A7 Mark V and a 24-70 f2 lens if they can bring that off, if they can pull that off, because that's the dream lens. That is the lens, the do-it-all lens. You can have all the speed and all the wideness that you need. So you can get your landscape shots, go straight into your portrait shots without even changing aperture. Beautiful lens. If they can pull that off, then I am sold. So what could these cameras possibly be? Well, for me, there are two obvious candidates, and then there's one sort of kind of wild card. And although I think it is quite possible that it could be that. The wild card, let's start there because it's the least exciting. It could be a new fixed lens, full frame, compact style camera. And I think this is fairly credible, as there does seem to be a little shift in the market towards that. Leica have brought out a similar camera recently, and there are other options available on the market. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got something from Sony that had a high quality lens, full frame, high video spec, compact, something like that. The other possibility is a new A7 Mark V, and I think this is the most likely one. I think the fact that we've got Nikon with the Z6 Mark III, and you've got Canon, which are going to bring the R6 Mark III in just a few months' time. I think that Sony they really need to fill this segment. I think this is probably the most important segment to have a stronghold and a stranglehold in. It's not the photocentric one, which is the A7R. It's not the video-centric one, which is A7S. It's just the regular camera one, the one that does it all. So I think they really need to update this one. This came out in 2021, along with the other contender, which is the A1. So an A1 Mark II may arrive as well. So they both came out in 2021, and Sony do seem to follow it like a 3-year cycle with their cameras. So the A9 Mark II, there was 3 years before we saw the A9 Mark III, which came out at the end of last year. So there is the possibility that we might even see both of these cameras, because they both are due a refresh. Although I don't know if it's likely that we'll see a refresh of the A1 Mark II, considering that not even 12 months ago, they released the A9 Mark III, which is very high spec, very similar type of camera. High speed, designed for sports photography, professional, high-end, £6,000 plus camera. So I think it's unlikely that they will release just a slightly better version of the A9 Mark III, I guess it would be. I think it's much more likely that we're going to see an A7 Mark V. They'll probably sell a lot more of those than they would an A1 as well. Although, personally, I hope that they drop both. Why not, you know? Blow our minds with a new A1 Mark II. But anyway, those are my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this quick video. This is just my kind of live reaction to the news that I'm hearing, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit subscribe, hit like. I'll be covering the launch, whatever they announce on the 19th, you can find out right here on this channel. So if you're into that, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.